Alright, what's good YouTube, it's Jay here, and I've been seeing recommendations for this all day. Apparently there's a new like Star Wars themed hotel coming to Disney World. So this is going to be kind of a really unedited video, but I'm going to give my honest kind of reaction to the whole thing. Apparently the pricing for it and everything has been released. Yeah, let's check out this video. Now, like I said, I've heard a few things about it. It's gonna be like some like nice themed Star Wars rooms, hotel. It's gonna be the whole shebang. You're gonna feel like you're actually in like a cruiser or something like that. Let's check it out. Let's check it out.
For the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience, that's going to be opening at Walt Disney World in 2022. But we also have tons of extra details about this voyage amongst the stars. So let's dive into all of that up next.
I already like kind of how like I've seen pictures of it, but I already like kind of like how you can see like the inside of the cabins and stuff. Like this is what the rooms are supposed to look like.
But we also have tons of extra details.
Like this is what the rooms are going to look like. That is so cool to me.
Hi there, listeners, I'm Jack, and this is, of course, DSMI Newscast. And before we get started, be sure to go and subscribe down below. Hit that
go subscribe to him. He's a cool dude.
And now, with all of that YouTuber stuff out of the way, let's get straight into it. As for over 4 years, I've been tracking the development and construction of the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser at Walt Disney World here on the channel.
At first glance, I would not think this is about to be a Star Wars theme hotel.
And in recent months, I've dived into some of the specifics, such as the technology behind the illusion of being in space, the way that Imagineering have made lightsabers as authentic as they possibly can, and recently I discussed
I've seen I'm not gonna keep pausing like this.
Have made lightsabers as
I've seen these
as
new lightsabers with the hilt that just grows automatically. I've seen a little bit about that. I
discussed the immersive transportation that is going to be integral to the storytelling. But now, at long last, Disney has announced the pricing for this 2-day, 2-night experience. And needless to say, it's rather expensive, with it ranging from $749 per night per guest.
Oh my god! Bro, what? Hold the bro. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. Oh my god. The Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser rates vary depending on your voyage departure date, the number of guests in your cabin, and your cabin type. We look forward to sharing more details about you when we're able to book this experience at a later time. It's a good thing to know that the one night of staying in this place per guest, for 4 people per guest, it's $200 more than what I pay for rent. That's so 2 guests per cabin. If me and my fiance want to go to a cabin for one night, it's $1,200 or $4,800 for the total trip overall. Now, it's safe to assume that there might be like some kind of deals or bundles or something you can probably get to discount this, since it's Disney World. There's like a whole bunch of stuff you can do as a collective whole. My fiance's been to Disney World before, so she probably knows all about that kind of stuff, or Disneyland or something. But that's a lot of damn money. Jeez.
To $1,209 per night per guest, depending on the amount of passengers within your party.
I swear to God, Darth Vader literally better cut my hand off in this voyage for that amount of money.
And although this pricing is very steep, it shouldn't come as any great surprise, as we've known that this was going to be on the high end of the Disney Cruise Line pricing. As after all, this is not a hotel, but instead much more akin to a Disney cruise ship on land. And so the prices are definitely reflective of that. But if we compare a 3-night sailing on board Disney's newest ship, the Disney Wish, which begins sailing next year,
it's kind of insane to think about how much money that Disney just has.
To a 2-night
they could form their own military alliance.
Star Cruiser, you can see that there's around a $2.5 grand difference between them for a similar sized cabin and view. However, what should also be noted here is that this is only the initial pricing, and so this is going to be Disney very much testing the waters to see what demand there is at this price point. As over time, I'm guessing that the pricing is bound to come down slightly. Although,
I hope so.
The other thing to consider here is that with a cruise ship like the Disney Wish, it has 1,254 staterooms, whereas this Star Cruiser experience only has 100 cabins.
Wow, so it's only got 100 cabins? Interesting. So I mean, that means like this is gonna be really one of those like kind of exclusive things that's probably gonna be sold out for like years ahead. You're gonna have to schedule for this as soon as you get the opportunity to. That's
of various
interesting.
sizes. So potentially if the pricing is reduced, it probably won't be by all that much. And speaking of the cabins, they come in 3 sizes, with the smallest being called the standard cabin.
This is so cool, though.
That is this cabin here that was previewed in the photos.
Each standard cabin is fitted with furnishings and fixtures to ensure comfort while traveling through the galaxy, including a pull-out table and a TV with entertainment from your home planet. That all right. I have my gripes with Disney Star Wars, but I gotta admit, when it comes to stuff like this is cool. It sleeps 4 to 5 passengers, queen bed, 2 berths, bunk beds for 1 adult each, and a wall put down bed for 1 adult if sleeping 5. You get a mini fridge, a hairdryer, cabin safe, phone with voicemail messaging, interactive TV, H2O plus, spa, bath, shower product,
and can accommodate 3 adults
and
2 children, as there is a queen size bed, 2 bunk beds for the kids, and built into the wall under the TV is a pull-out bed for another adult. But what's important to bear in mind when looking at the sample pricing is that it's based upon this standard cabin configuration, which I personally think is too expensive even if you do manage to squeeze in 5 guests into this one cabin. But there are 2 larger suite options which we don't yet have pricing for, with the first being the Galaxy class suite, as this will more comfortably sleep 4 adults, as this features 2 connecting rooms with 2 windows out into the vista of space, and this has a bedroom with a queen size bed, a double vanity bathroom, and a living space with a bar that can be converted with 2 wall pull down beds for adults.
That's cool.
And then we come to the Grand Captain suite that can sleep up to 8 passengers, and this consists of 3 connected rooms with 2 bedrooms with queen-size beds, a living space and bar in between that has the 2 pull-down beds, and there will also be 2 bunk beds in one of the bedrooms as well. And this suite will also have a double vanity bathroom, a single vanity bathroom, and 3 window views of space. But of course, if you want to dive even deeper into all of this, I'll be sure to leave a link down below in the description box to the official site. However, that's not all, as beyond the rather hefty price tag, we also have a rough time frame for when this ultra-immersive, first-of-its-kind experience will launch in 2022, as it was only...
So, I mean, that looks like that's going to be the end of, like, the whole pricing thing. We're going to finish the rest of the video out, but that's a lot of money, man. I hope that it isn't, like, going to be the finalized version of everything. I doubt it will be, but it also kind of makes sense it's that expensive. It's a luxury, not meant to be, like a cheap thrill. It's a luxury. I mean, if you got the money to afford it, you can afford it. If you don't, well, you just don't get a chance to go on it. Some people hate that idea. Honestly, there's always a logic of, it should be affordable for everybody. But I mean, there are a lot of different luxuries in the world that are meant for a certain type of audience. It's like when 100 Thieves dropped a Gucci bag with their logo on it. People thought it was too expensive. But then you got to remember, it's Gucci. Like, it's meant for a certain type of audience. It's unfortunate for the people that can't afford it, but I also... Considering it's only got 100 rooms, they'll probably make more of these as time goes on. But considering it's only got 100 rooms, I'm not that surprised it's that expensive either. But at the same time, it's still definitely like a whoa, that's a lot of money kind of thing. But I'm also not fully surprised.
Last week, that Disney revealed that the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser would be opening in spring 2022. But then this official site is stating that voyages are between August 20th to September 17th, 2022, which probably gives us confirmation that that is the booking time frame that they're working towards. But
wait, so the booking time frame is what? For voyage departure dates, most weeknights...
are between information that is the booking time frame that they're working towards, but clearly by August Disney will have this experience up and running and in full operation. And the reason why they're probably not taking bookings at this time is probably related to the pandemic and wanting to better understand what position the vaccination rate will be by early 2022, as this after all is mostly an enclosed indoor experience, with the one exception of the exclusive Planet Excursion down to Batuu and Galaxy's Edge. And that actually brings us on to some...
it'd be cool if you could like configure your room to like go into the middle of like a space battle or something. You could watch shit just get blown up. That'd be funny.
Have also been revealed, as we can see from the sample itinerary for the Star Cruiser, that there will be a jam-packed schedule that will keep guests fully enveloped within the world of Star Wars.
Oh, there's like a whole thing. Whoa! Arrive at terminal. Launch pod to Star Cruiser, ship orientation, light refreshments, Sabak lessons, muster, captain's reception, dinner featuring live music. I wonder if we'll get like the Tatooine band kind of thing. That'd be pretty cool. Unexpected story moment. For example, you might
predetermined activities.
Prove your mettle to join a smuggler's ring, hide a stowaway, to help the resistance. Just give us Rebels, bro.
Like bridge training, sabbatical lessons, the lights.
Special atrium entertainment. Okay, well, I'm gonna back up a little bit because I want to read the other ones too. The next day is breakfast, transport shuttle to Batu. I don't know what that is. Is that something from the new lore? I don't really care. Star Wars: Rise of the Resistance. They're really pushing this resistance narrative, man. God, I mean, more power to them. What else we got? Millennium Falcon Smuggler's Run, launch at Docking Bay 7, Food and Cargo Transport Shuttle to Star Cruiser, lightsaber training, droid racing competition, build model ship. That's cool. A Sabak tournament. Cocktails at Sublight Lounge, takes around the galaxy dinner, story moment, put a heist plan into action, bring the stolen ship aboard, and watch out for the First Order. Spectacular finale. So it's only a 2-day trip, or a 2-day like adventure. Interesting.
Determined activities like bridge training, sabak lessons, the lightsaber dojo, live music, atrium entertainment, a sabak tournament, special dinners and galas. What Imagineering is really aiming to achieve with all of this is not rigid storytelling, but instead what they're calling story living. As you will be actively encouraged to dress up in costume and cosplay, assign details for your character, and every one of your decisions will also affect the adventure that you will have. And to make this possible, every passenger will be asked to wear a data band throughout the journey, which will then customize your experience and make it so the other alien passengers on board understand what your allegiance is and where your loyalty lies. As Imagineers have already hinted at the fact
my allegiance doesn't lie with either of these factions. It's Rebels all the way. I don't even know what the resistance
your
is.
Very own path, either one of the light side or the dark side, and the choice will affect the unexpected interactive role-play scenarios that will play out throughout the voyage. However, I'm going to do a video diving even deeper into this aspect in the coming months. But the other thing to mention...
Is that a Howler? Or is that... Oh, that's their Resurgent Star Destroyer thing in the background. I thought it was a Howler class or something.
About the sample itinerary is that it is also subject to change. So, throughout different times of the year, the storylines will most likely change and adapt, and so will the activities.
I hope they do a Rebels Empire
which
thing.
I think would be also really cool,
whatever,
is if they also integrated things
don't
like
forget about
Empire
the
Day
stuff.
or Life Day for special Star Cruiser voyages, much like the Disney Cruise Line does for Halloween and Christmas. And then the last thing to note from all of this today is something which I previously touched on in my transport video and the excursion down to Galaxy's Edge. As first of all, no, you will not need a valid park ticket or park pass to enter Galaxy's Edge, as that is going to be included, which you definitely hope considering the high price of this experience. But what's really interesting about this excursion is that the transport to Batu arrives at 8:15 AM and then departs to go back to the ship around midday. And so what I expect to happen is that on select days throughout the week, Star Cruiser passengers will be admitted to the park before opening and will have exclusive stories.
I wonder if you have to follow the itinerary though.
Story interactions surrounding Rise of the Resistance and the Millennium Falcon before 10:30 AM. However, we don't know exactly how this is going to work with regular park guests, so that's something that we need to investigate further and is a topic for its own video. And so that's everything that's been revealed about the Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser experience for today. But be sure to subscribe down below as I'll be discussing a lot more details in the near future.
Alright, well that's pretty cool. I hope that they do like some kind of thing around like the older like Star Wars universes and stuff, like with, you know, there were different eras like with the Rebels and the Empire, the Clone Wars and all that. Because I mean, dude, I don't think, I guess like the new stuff is still exciting to a lot of new people that are really getting into Star Wars and whatnot. But maybe it's just because I personally just do not care about the whole Resistance, First Order. I hope they do some other kind of eras for it, because I think that'd be pretty cool. Even getting like, since they're investing kind of into the Old Republic with the whole High Republic stuff, I hope they do some kind of investment into that maybe with it. I don't know. Overall, nonetheless, that's just my personal grievance, because if you come to this channel, you know I do not like a good chunk of Disney Star Wars. Overall, I think this is a really cool experience, and I think it'll be a lot of fun if you can afford it. That pricing that pricing I hope is subject to change. I mean, like I said, it's a luxury, so it makes sense that it's this expensive, but the fact that it is still this expensive is kind of whew. Yeah, so that's something in its own right. I'm pretty certain they'll probably change it over time. If they don't, well, like I said, man, this is something you have to plan out like probably a year or more in advance if you really want to get settled for it, because that's a lot of money. For 4 people, that's a lot of money. For 2 people individually, that's a lot of money, man. So, like I said, it's a 2-day adventure. So, yeah. Like I said, if you ever want to go on something like this, something you're just gonna have to plan out, man. But all right, I think this is overall a pretty cool idea. Let me know what you think about it in the comment section down below, guys. Thank you for watching. Go sub to Disney Newscast, because they're the one. He's the one that are there. I don't know how many people work on this team. They're the ones that made the video. Go show them some love. Go support them and whatnot. And I'll see you later.